Hare Krishna, my dear Prabhus, dear Matajis. Good morning. Salamat for joining us here in the Meditation and Yoga Philosophy session natin. We are at day 24, 23rd, somewhere that. So I think last week na natin to ngayon. But don't worry, there will be much more courses to come. Abangan nyo lang sa group chat for the announcements. And before we start, actually, tonight, meron tayong prasadam course, cooking class, 7 o'clock. Same room. And we will announce then later. So if you wish to learn much more how to prepare prasadam, please attend. We will learn also how to offer yung food para maging prasadam siya. So alam mo na, Adam, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Aika, yes, Aika, Hare Krishna. Camille, Hare Krishna. Dona, hi Grazel, McCoy, Prabhu, Carla, si Milk, hi Milk, Hare Krishna, Naimi, Noreen, Hare Krishna, JN, Oliver, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, RJ, JP, Alet, and of course others will come. So you know the drill. I should always be in the humble position, humble mood, in the mode of requests as we approach our yoga philosophy and meditation. So join me as we recite the invocation mantras. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaye Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhuvya eva cha Patitanam pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo namo namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasade Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. If you could see and hear me clearly pala, please let me know. Ano ang ating internet? Yes, salamat. Jem, Oliver, McCoy, and others sa mga heart and sa likes. Si Grazel. You saw the title, nakakatawa. I did not make that meme pala. Nakita ko lang din yun. Pero very relevant, di ba? Yeah, everyone has their own demons. Later, we'll talk about that. Pero meron muna tayong isang recall natin yung ating mga nakaraang classes. Mahirap tandaan kasi that was last week na. That is actually wise and trap. We are always trying to be wise and we are trying to remove ourselves from an entrapment. What out of questions? Yan ni Arjuna kay Krishna. Sino yung Kshetra? That is the body. Sino yung nakakaalam nito? Sila yung soul and super soul. Kshetragya. And sino yung Gyanam? Sino yung knowledge na inaaral natin palagi? That is Krishna. On the top of all this matter and the knowledge around it, Si Krishna yung beyond. And inaalam natin. Items of knowledge, of course, we have a lot of knowledge na meron tayo. But hearing is a much more important senses natin that we could learn. Of course, kaya natin malaman yung mga knowledge na to galing sa spiritual teachers natin. Bona fide and legit. Yeah, the soul is and super soul, and then sino yung supreme enjoyer? It's Krishna because he owns everything. Everything goes to him. And when Krishna is being pleased, we're also pleased because we're the servants. We're trying to be servants of the servants. The analogy of watering the root of the tree, the other parts will be pleased. So that will be wise. If the hand, magselo siya sa stomach na, ako palagi yung nag-work, tapos nag-work kami lahat, tapos sa stomach lang pupunta, try mo lagay lang yung food sa hand mo. Manghina rin yung hand mo in a while. Same thing. Diba? So, may teamwork yung organs mo, yung bodies mo, the different systems. Then, yung stomach yung mag-absorb nun. Same thing with Krishna. You please Krishna, you'll be pleased. We've tried that a lot of times. Money, fame, name, followers, whatsoever. But still, it's not the source of happiness. Trap is our chapter 14 kasi the soul is originally happy and knowledgeable. Eternally, actually. Pero since you went here sa material world having the association of the material energy, para siyang nasa trap. Kasi, like the puppet on the string, nakatali siya like the gunas. Gunas, passion, and ignorance. There is the three modes. And there's the race of prominence. Kung ano yung nauuna doon. Nagko-competition sila. Over the weekend, kamusta ba yung lifestyle natin? More on mode of passion ba? Mode of ignorance? No? Or mode of goodness? And the way we speak, the way we talk, the way we hear, the way we understand, the way our mind works, yung lifestyle natin, will be always under these three modes. So may mga actions tayo in three modes, ano yung result natin, and ano yung pupuntahan after ng mga modes na to. Of course, kapag namatay ka in the mode of goodness, heavenly planets, much more percentage than lower planets kapag in the mode of ignorance ka palagi. Mode of passion, ikot-ikot ka lang dito sa earth. Diba? And pure life is the practice of pure goodness. Yes, it will be a big help kapag nasa mode of goodness tayo, pero hindi doon natitigil ang lahat. It is like a platform pag mag-dive yung mga sa Olympics, di ba? It will help them para mag-bounce. Diba? Or a runway sa airport para mas makalipad yung aeroplano. Same thing. If our lifestyle is in the mode of goodness, it will be easier for us to perform spiritual activities. The lifestyle will help. The mode of goodness is just elevating ourselves into a human form of life. Hindi yung nasa human form tayo ng life, pero animalistic lifestyle tayo. We just have to elevate para maging human. Then, if nandun ka sa human form talaga sa lifestyle, much easier you could perform material, spiritual activities. So, inhale. We're discussing 2 chapters today. Mabilis lang naman to. Welcome sa ating Essence of Bhagavad Gita, the Yoga Philosophy, Chapter 15, entitled The Yoga of the Supreme Person. Ang acronym natin today is HOME, H-O-M-E. If you love to travel, like I, pre-pandemic, diba? Siyempre, sarap mag-prepare, diba? You have the login baggages, check-in baggage mo, diba? Minsan tinatakas mo pa, over 7 kg yung, yung check-in baggage mo, ang dami pang diskarte. Ang dami namin diskarte niyan. May iwan doon. Anyway, sometimes when you're traveling, you're transferring different places, you have to stay like an overnight sa isang hotel or like the weekend kasi the next flight will be after a few days pa. May connecting flights, lalo na yung mga very rare na mga places. Then you have to check in sa isang hotel. I'm gonna bring your luggages there for a few days, a day or two. Pero it will be foolish kapag mag-stay ka doon for a few days. Tapos, after mo mag-check-in, baba mo yung gamit mo, labas ka ulit, punta ka sa Home Depot, bili ka ng mga tiles. Uy, parang feeling ko maganda tong shower head na to. Diba? Tapos palitan mo yung salamin, di ba? Palitan mo yung, bakbakin mo yung wallpaper, lagyan mo ng bago. Or magbutas ka ng bago mga window. What a foolish way para mag-spend ng oras mo imbis na nag-rest ka doon. Or like roaming around sa places. Diba? Just to renovate yung hotel room mo. Kahit nasa presidential suite ka pa. Diba? Yung mga tao doon sa hotel, magkataka sila, anong ginagawa nun? Ba't bumili siya ng maraming mga construction materials? Eh, di ba 2 days lang siya dito? Diba? Meron talaga siyang destination na pupuntahan or uuwi talaga siya dun sa bahay niya. Same thing. We are just visitors here in this material world. This is not our real home. Hanggang kailan ka lang ba dito? Diba? Ilang years lang ba? I'm not saying na hindi mo ayusin yung bahay mo. Much more. Parang ako dito, ayos ako ng ayos palagi. You have to, but that's not your life. Diba? Hindi nakaikot lang dun sa temporary life natin yung buong buhay natin. 24 hours a day. So, if one is attached dun sa hotel room niya, paano ka pupunta sa next destination mo? Hindi ka na aalis doon. Hindi ka na pupunta sa airport para sa next destination mo or back home. So, same thing tayo. We are too attached with this material body. We are too attached with this land, with this so-called society na ayaw natin iwanan. That attachment will not help us to go to other destination. Even pag namatay ka nga, multo ka sa paligid ng bahay mo. Kasi attached ka dyan. Pag may kamag-anak ka nagmumulto dyan, sabi mo, mag-move on ka na. Kasabi mo, lalo ka attached dito, wala ka lang magagawa. Wala silang ginagawa. Feeling nila bahay nila, pero tumatagos lang sila sa pader. Naalala ko, nung college kami, nag-aaral ako sa Lyceum sa Manila. Dating hospital daw yun, in the 5th floor, dun yung nursing floor namin. Tapos yung mga kaklase ko may third eye, nakakita sila. Paano namin nalaman na totoo? Kasi yung kaklase namin mga irregular students, hindi sila magkakilala, pero same sila ng sinasabi. Tapos parang ako wala pa rin pakialam nun. So, kaya ganun nga daw yun. Tumagos daw yung babae dun sa kabila. Tapos yung kabilang classroom, nakita rin nila, tapos nagsigawan sila yung tumagos yung babae. So, same, di ba? Pag attach ka sa place mo, even magpalit ka ng body, andyan ka pa rin. Or if you will be born in an insect or animal na body, andun ka pa rin. Sobrang attached mo. Same thing. Diba? We wanted to move forward. Sabi nga nila, gusto mo ba pumunta ng heaven? Pero attached ka sa lugar na to. Diba? We have to take care of it again. We have to take care of the body, but you don't need to be attached. Kasi you will not move forward sa totoong destination mo. Yung acronym natin is HOME. That is the question. Are you in your home or nasa hotel ka lang? This is just a temporary thing. For what? 70 years ka dito. You have to prepare papunta to the right destination. No? Back home, back to God. One should detach himself from the material world. Detach means your consciousness. You have to act like si Arjuna. You have to fight. You have to be in this world like a lorus. Pero asan yung consciousness mo? Na kay Krishna. But you have to perform your duties here much more better than before. Diba? Yung tao na sa hotel, if hindi niya alagaan yung hotel, baka singilin siya. Pag may mga damages, no, you have to take care. Pero detach ka. Perform it well, hindi ka malilate, diba? Malinis, walang mga troubles. Diba? If pag aalis ka doon, chinek nung hotel yung room mo, tapos ang daming damage, hindi ka agad makakalis. Same thing. Perform it well para mabilis ka ma-exit. Detach. Material world is a reflection of the spiritual world. Yes. All the desires, even the love, is a reflection dito. Pero reflection nga eh. Hindi totoo. So, in the material world, lust na siya. The anger, ganun din. Yung attachment, ganun din. Dito yung attachment natin sa material world, sa material things. Yung attachment natin should be in the spiritual na plane, to Krishna, to the service kay Krishna, yung love. So yes, one should surrender to Krishna and attain spiritual world. Yes, you cannot enter spiritual world if you're against Krishna. You're not welcome there. This is the analogy sa Bhagavad Gita in the chapter 15. The banyan tree. So, sobrang graphic na ito. This is the banyan tree. Bakit reflection? Yes. Mamaya, di-discuss natin yun. Banyan tree is, banyan tree, kung di nyo alam yung banyan tree, that's balete. Diba? Ang daming roots, ang daming branches. Actually, hindi mo na nga alam eh. Saan yung roots doon, saan yung branches doon, diba? Saan yung mga ibang parts. That's the material world. Hindi mo alam kung nasa baba ka, nasa taas ka, saan ka papunta. Paikot-ikot ka lang dito. And there are few na mga elements sa banyan trees. Sa banyan tree na to, there are fruits, economic development. We're enjoying economic development dito. Kinakain natin. Wow, gumaganda na yung industry dito. Yung mayaman na ako, ang ganda na ng bahay ko. Development. We're just enjoying that. Habang kain ka na kain doon, di ka alis sa banyan tree. There is the foolish illusion ng religiosity with the position, the title of religion. Stay ka lang dito, di ba? May position ka lang doon. You have also the sense gratification. Lahat ng ginagawa natin is to gratify our senses, actually. You have the sex desires, diba? The sense for taste, the sense for stomach natin. Ang daming senses. We always want to gratify it. Actually, we're working hard para doon, gratify yung sense natin. If not, ang default talaga ng buhay natin is suffering. So don't work hard. Don't eat. Magugutom ka. Diba? We're actually drowning. We have to work out. We have to paddle hard para lang yung head natin above the water. Pag nagpabaya ka, hindi ka basta-basta magka-float. Lulubog ka. Same. Don't work. Don't work. Diba? Huwag ka mag-exercise. Diba? Manghihina ka rin. Ang dami. Huwag kang mag-aral. Magiging bobo ka. Huwag kang, alam mo yun. Ang default, kapag hininto mo yung mga activities mo, papunta suffering. So that's material world. In the spiritual world, ang default doon, knowledgeable and eternal bliss. So there's a big difference. Dito, ang default dito, you don't take a bath. No? Hindi ka malinis. Hindi ka magkasakit. So yes, ganun din. May mga leaves dito, the Vedic hymns. You can get different practices. Hanggang ngayon, syempre, nakikita natin yun. What do you call it? Watered down in different practices. Different yoga this, different mysticism na ganito, different energy something, healing and all. We could just be enamored with these flowery words of the Vedas. It is Vedas, but just go into the details, not the real essence. Anong result nun? Ikot-ikot lang tayo dun sa banyan tree. Nag-enjoy ka lang sa mga Vedic hymns. Thinking na you're above everyone kasi alam mo yung mga Vedic scriptures, alam mo yung energy, alam mo yun. With false ego, nakatouch ka dyan. Also thinking of liberation, just like the impersonalists, they will see the light. So nakita yung liberation, nandito sila sa light. So, yan. Above sila ng banyan tree, pero sa banyan tree pa rin sila. Andun yung mga, sense object. You gotta enjoy the sense object. Pious acts, even yung mga good deeds natin, philanthropic activities, still, nandiyan pa rin tayo. It will bring you up to the higher plane ng banyan tree. The heavenly planets, ay ibabaw yan. So, andyan yung mga demigods. Si Lord Brahma, si Surya, the sun god. Ito yung sinusurya namaskar mo. Andyan sila. Pero still, sa banyan tree ka pa lang. Sa ibabaw ka lang. Of course, if you are doing abominable acts, you're gonna go deeper sa banyan tree. This is actually the material world. A banyan tree. Paikot-ikot tayo up and down. Ano naghihiwalay sa atin sa spiritual world here and sa material world is our desire. So ano yung mga desires mo? That is our free will. Napakaliit lang yan. Pero yung 1%, pag naglalakad ka, may 1 degree ka na iliko. Habang lumalayo ka, habang nagtutuloy ka maglakad, palayo na palayo yun. That 1 degree. Same thing, that desire. If you really desire to be here in the material world, nandito ka lang talaga. Attach ka talaga dito. And that's why we practice Bhakti Yoga, to purify that desire. We perform still our activities, pero yung desire natin, yung consciousness natin is to be with Krishna in our real home. So, paano mapuputol tong banyan tree na to? Malilito ka dito you have to cut it down para makaalis ka. Only way out is detachment. While we're here, we can perform our activities pero we are detached. How? Paano tayo magiging detached? Yung axe na yon, anong gagamitin mo? You have to have the knowledge. Without the knowledge, just doing a lot of things, no? Routinely or pag di mo naintindihan na. Again, knowledge is the development of faith at papunta sa love para kay Krishna. And the desires will be cleared. Ano pa rin desire pero Krishna conscious desire na. So here properly from Krishna and his devotees. Yan, the relationship natin kay Krishna, kailangan malaman natin. Kasi if we're just here around the tree, paikot-ikot lang tayo, we feel na nag-enjoy tayo. How to surrender kay Krishna? Through the devotees niya, spiritual master, or yung disciple din ng spiritual master. So, the servant of the servant of the servant. We serve them, and they will offer us. They will offer everything punta kay Krishna. We receive the knowledge from that line, and we serve upwards then. Then afterwards, you put down the banyan tree, you go to spiritual world. So again, the ang ating attachment is the banyan tree. Yan. Letter O natin, mabilis na to. On and on, over and over. Kasi, paulit-ulit lang tayo dito sa banyan tree. We've been up and down na dito sa material world. Naging demigod ka na. Baka naging demon ka na rin. Naging, ilang beses ka na naging tao, naging hayop. Ibang gender. Diba? Naging mayaman, naging mahirap. Nakapag-travel ka na everywhere. Bakit ka nag-search ngayon ng real meaning of life kasi nagsawa ka na one way or the other? Napaulit-ulit lang. Hindi natin naiintindihan pero we feel incomplete looking for something. And sometimes that kind of search is very depressing kasi wala na meaning yung life. Ang gagawin mo sa money, ang gagawin mo sa fame, diba? Pag walang meaning na siya, it's really depressing. Sabi nga, there are two kinds of permanently happy people. The two permanently happy people, first is the self-realized. They're happy because they're understanding everything. They know what to do. The second permanently happy people are those who are completely fools. Ignorance is bliss. And those who are in between these two must suffer. So, saan tayo doon? Happy fools? Self-realized? Or doon tayo nagkasabor? Pag nagkasabor yung mga tao, ano sila sa gitna? Hindi na sila fool enough, pero they don't know what to do. Kaya yung mga masyadong inahype yung awakening na gano'n. Kung wala kang guide, good luck. Either matutulog ka uli, or you have to suffer. So that process, yung ginagawa ng Express Elevator, is for us to be able to realize. Kaya nga, the science of self-realization. So kasama sa mga book yan ng bundles natin. Letter M is maintainer of the body, mind, and soul. Chapter 15.15, this is my favorite verse. Sarvasya chaham hirdesana visto matahas mirti gyanam apohanam cha Vedayascha sarvairs aham eva vidyo Vedanta krid veda vid eva cham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Matahas mirti gyanams. So yung tatlong to galing kay Krishna. Sa lahat ng living entity, super soul is there. Katabi niya yung soul. So si Krishna ang magbibigay lang sa'yo ng forgetfulness. Bakit natin nakakalimutan yung mga bagay-bagay? Sa kanya galing yun. What yung past life mo di mo maalala, sa kanya rin galing. Bakit biglang naalala mo minsan pag nagbabasa ka ng Bhagavad Gita? Parang alam ko na dati to ah. Or parang familiar. Parang pag nagka-chant ka, it feels like home. The remembrance, the knowledge. Galing kay Krishna rin yun. So kasama mo si Krishna palagi. Vedaischa Sarvais aham eva video. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Paikot-ikotin mo yung Vedas, the ultimate essence niya is papunta kay Krishna. You could study this part of the world, the science, Ayurveda. You can study this music. You can study this Sankhya philosophy, the science of the matter. Lahat yon papunta kay Krishna. Si Krishna yung compiler ng Veda. He incarnated as Vyasadeva para i-compile niya, para i-put into book. Kasi the knowledge is eternally there. But for us to be able to understand it, kasi our memory is really worse. Yung mga tao na tayo ngayon, we need the book to remember, to understand. Sino yung greatest na makaka-know ng Vedas? Si Krishna. Sa kanya galing yun eh. So he's the maintainer of the body, mind, and soul. He knows what's happening. He can give you forgetfulness, knowledge, and remembrance. And kasama pa siya palagi as a super soul. Ayun yung M. So kung nakalimutan mo saan yung bahay mo, bakit ka nandito ka sa hotel na to? Diba? Yung iba na sa 5-star hotel, yung iba sa makeshift hotel lang, or parang yung mga capsule hotel lang. So just watch kung ano yung nandito sa ano. Kahit nasa magandang hotel pa sila ngayon, still temporary pa lang sila. Temporary din sila dito. This is not our real home. Letter E natin, the essence of 3 verses. Okay, 3 souls. The super soul, supreme soul, si Krishna yon. Fallible and infallible. Infallible yung mga soul. Actually, bakit may nagkatanong, ba't yung Krishna consciousness ang onti lang? Actually, ako nagtanong na ito. Nagkaroon sa India. But parang, if this is the knowledge, bakit parang ang onti lang nagka-take up ng Krishna consciousness? Kasi, in this plane, in this section of the creation, parang sa prison house tayo. Onti lang yung mabait dun sa prison house. Hindi na rin intindihan. Pero pag lumabas ka ng prison house, mas maraming, they know the law, follow the law. Same thing. Nandito tayo sa material world. And portion ng creation ni Krishna yon. And onti lang yung want to get out of that prison world. So those are the liberated souls. Sila nasa spiritual world sila. Mga Krishna conscious sila. Dito mukhang parang onti lang. Kasi yung kasama mo talaga onti lang, di ba? Kumbaga, desaturated. Kasi mas madami yung just allured sa material world. Same, itong tatlo, si Krishna, the 2 kinds of soul. The conditioned and liberated soul, or fallible and infallible. So that's home. Hopefully, you don't treat this as your home, but you have to take care of it. Because we're just temporary here. Lilipat ka rin naman eh. After this life, di ba? What are the odds na ipanganak ulit sa bahay na yan? If you're gonna spend your life, magiging puno ka pa, magiging pagong ka pa, ilang 100 years din yun, di ba? Pupunta ka sa heaven, punta ka sa hell. Pagbalik mo sa home mo na yun, wala na yan. Baka SM na yung bahay mo ngayon. Kinonvert na lang ng SM. But same, you don't have to be attached. You have to see it as your hotel for the next destination. Your real home is the spiritual world kay Krishna. And what's keeping us here is our desire. That kaya yung consciousness, yung revolution natin. What's your desire? Ano yung mga intention mo? Ano yung consciousness mo? If not, on and on, over and over, paulit-ulit lang tayo rito. Ikot-ikot ka lang. That will be your past, present, and future. Ikot-ikot ka lang sa banyan tree na to. Up and down. So, sino yung tutulong sa atin to get out of here? Si Krishna mismo. But we have to recognize, we have to parang i-unlock yung connection natin sa kanya uli kasi we forgot about it. the remembrance will be given, we have to make effort. Kasi we desired also para makalimutan yun. So still the desire, the free will is there. Yung essence in three verse, si Krishna the super soul, us here conditioned, and may mga souls na um, liberated. Sila yung mga madalas nandun sa mga nagiging gurus and all. They could save us because naiintindihan nila. Tayo, we are living here. Ginagampanan natin yung pagiging, yung role natin. Para yung artista, role lang niya yun. Di ba? Pero pag sinabuhay mo yung role mo, kontrabida ka. Same. Di ba? You're attached with that role. Same, hindi mo yung role talaga yun. Just because nandito lang tayo. So, inhale again. We're entering chapter 16. This will be a help para makaalis dun sa banyan tree na yun, sa material world na yun, para makabalik sa spiritual world. It will just depend sa sarili natin. The divine and demoniac nature, chapter 16. Mabilis lang to kasi yung chapters natin is composed of DOG, dog. The dog. So there's 4 yugas in this life, in the creation. Paulit ikot-ikot yung yuga na yan. The Satya Yuga, the Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. We are here in Kali Yuga. And pag ikot neto is annihilation, then creation ulit, bago ulit. But it composes of hundreds and thousands of years. So habang mas matagal sa Satya Yuga, yung mga tao doon mas malaki. Hindi naman ko ilaw ko. Yung mga tao doon mas pious. Kaya Satya is a mode of goodness na lifestyle. Mas maraming Krishna conscious noon. Yung years ng buhay nila, 100,000 years. So that's Satya Yuga. That time, may nabalitaan sila sa Kali Yuga daw, kakainin nila yung cows. Sobrang bewildered na sila. Yung mga demons in that time, nasa ibang planets. So that's Satya Yuga. Next is Treta Yuga. May onting degradation naman nangyayari. Yes, even sa Earth, Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga, sa Earth pa rin yun, or in the material world. Pero yung life nila, nasa 10,000 years. Siyempre, mas lumiliit na sila ng onte. Tapos yung mga activities na nagbabago. Then Dwapara Yuga, the third one is life nila 1,000 years. Then Kali Yuga 100 years. Pero ngayon, di ba bumaba na? End of Kali Yuga hanggang 10 years na lang. So bakit ko nakwento to? Kasi yung demons sa Satya Yuga nasa ibang planet. Sa Treta Yuga, nasa ibang island. In Dwapara Yuga, minsan kasama mo sa bahay, nasa kapitbahay mo, sa kabilang village, nandun yung mga demons. Nakatakot, di ba? Minsan kasama sa bahay. Or nandun sa kabilang barangay lang. But in Kali Yuga, kung nasaan tayo, much more scary. The demons is also inside us. So that's the inner battle. You always fight the demons inside you. If you let yourself in the mode of ignorance palagi, ka palagi sa lower consciousness mo, and the demon inside you will be just there. Yeah. Winning. Kaya meron tayong discussion regarding the divine and demoniac nature. Letter D, sa dog natin. Inulit. Parang alam ko bawal sa rule to. Ulitin mo yung acronym. Hindi. Yung chapter pala yan. Inulit yung acronym. Ito yung chapter. Pinasa ko lang yan. By the way, this acronym is made by one senior monk. I got this acronym by Sutta Prabhu from a monk in London. And I made this different courses from it. So yes, I'll give you this chart. Mga divine qualities. If you want to develop it, of course, you must. Fearlessness. You're not afraid. Why? Because you have the knowledge. We're trying to purify our senses, our lifestyle, Diba? The mode of goodness. We cultivate the knowledge. We know what's happening. We study. We give charity. We have self-control. Hirap na ito, di ba? So, the Vedic study, tapasya. Ang dami na ito. I'll forward it to you. Nasa Bhagavad Gita rin to. We live simple. Simple living, higher thinking. Non-violence. So, iba na kagad yung diet. Alam pa, dyan pa lang, di ba? He is truthful. Satyam. Di ba? Sino dito yung hindi pa nakapagsinungaling? Very true yung mga sinabi nila within this year, 2021. Wala ever. Walang nagtaas ng kamay. Of course. Mahirap yung gawin. But we're trying to be truthful. Especially in our words. Freedom from anger daw. Akroda. Akroda is anger. Akroda is nothingness. Nung bagay na yun. So, akroda. Is renounce. Tranquil. Very peaceful. Aversion to fault find. Hindi siya nag-fault find. Hindi siya hindi siya nagki-criticize ng mga tao, 'di ba? Kaya naman siya nanalo kasi, Kaya siya ganito, nanalo diyan kasi may kamag-anak siya doon sa pageant. Diba? Maganda lang naman siya kasi maputi siya. People will always see fault, yung mga fault ng ibang tao. Para mga langaw. Diba? Yung langaw kahit lagay mo sa garden, saan siya pupunta? Sa pile ng basura. People have this, diba? Nakita niya yung puting shirt, may onting ink lang. Uy, may mancha yung damit mo. Hindi niya nakita yung the rest ng white na shirt. Ganun tayo sa tao. Kahit marami siyang good deeds, may nakita kang mali, gagawin mo ng viral. Of course, we don't have to worship yung mali nila. Pero yung mga tao minsan ganun eh. People will make mistakes. In the relationship ganun din. You have to weigh. Timbangin mo. So, people are very inclined to this. Aversion to fault finding, hindi sila gumagawa nito. Rather, meron silang magnifying glass to look sa mga good qualities ng mga tao. Just like a bumblebee. Or the honeybee. Diba? Lagay mo yung honeybee sa Smoky Mountain. Saan siya pupunta? Maghanap siya ng bulaklak. And hindi lang siya pupunta basta-basta sa bulaklak. He will go inside yung nectar to find the honey. A divine quality ng person is kahit may nakita siya na tao na very, hindi likable, he will try to magnify, makita yung good quality sa tao na yon. Sometimes he could be the help or assistance na fan yung spark ng good qualities na yon. Or rather, ilubog mo siya, emphasizing yung mali niya. So, be a honeybee, not the fly. So, aversion to fault finding. So, their compassion to all living entities. So, madami pa. Gentle, very gentle sila in words, in action. Diba? Very modest. Steady. So, yes, Radha Charan. Meron tayong 5-week course. After neto, balik sa back to the old me. Very steady kahit wala tayong classes. Ano yung activities natin? Ano yung consciousness natin? Ano yung dadalin mo? Mabay tayo sa umaga, pagdating sa gabi, akaway na natin lahat. So, very steady dapat. The test of time, steadiness. The practice of spirituality is not like a marathon. Nasa umpisa ka lang mabilis, wala ka na afterwards. Or like a shooting star, bubulusok ka, maliwanag, tapos mag-fade away. It is like, hindi pala sprint, hindi pala marathon. The process of this Krishna consciousness or spirituality is hindi sprint, mabilis ka lang. It's like a marathon, rather. Diba? Dire-diretso ka. The steadiness all throughout the years. Hindi lang sa umpisa lang. Mahilig tayo sa ganito, ni Gaskugon. Or, diba, intro lang. Sa umpisa lang tayo susunod sa mga bagong panukala ng bahay natin, ng gobyerno or whatsoever. Puro umpisa lang. Forgiveness, we have to move on. Mabilis. Sobrang hirap na ito, but one should be able to forgive even walang humingi ng forgiveness sa'yo. This is for you. Kapag di ka na marunong mag-forgive, you're just like Drinking a poison, expecting someone to die. Kasi ikaw yung may dala-dala nun eh. Ikaw yung may baggage nun eh. Minsan nga, hindi natin pinapatawad yung taong hindi nila alam na offend nila tayo eh. Sila ang ganda ng buhay nila, move on sila. Hindi naman alam na offend ka niya eh. Pero ikaw dadala mo. Yan. Forgiveness. Chama. Fortitude, cleanliness, pag-usapan natin. Freedom from envy. We celebrate other success. Freedom from passion for honor. Yung gusto nila yung credit, saka yung honor na sa kanila. So this, I'll forward it to you. Meditate on this. This is the divine nature we were trying to develop. Sana ma-develop natin yan. Paano? We practice our sadhana. Still, that sadhana, that steadiness in our sadhana, steadfastness, continuously ma-develop natin to. As we study the scriptures, they will teach us how to become like this. Pero if not, ang default natin, you don't practice, you don't do sadhana, ito yung default natin. Babalik sa atin tong demoniac qualities natin. Pride will be there. Diba? The enemy of a leader is the success. Bakit? Pride could easily creep in. The false ego. Diba? I'm very religious. Diba? I'm living a yogi lifestyle. I help a lot. Pride will be there. It's a demoniac quality. Arrogance, of course. The action of pride is coming out. You'll be arrogant. The conceit, desire to be worshipped by others. Lahat natin gusto to. We could lie and lie for us to be worshipped by others. Yung mga pelikula ng mga old school, di ba? Yung nilait sila nung mahirap sila. Mag-isipag ako, tapos lulod ang mga tala. For what? For revenge. Para i-worship sila. No. Anger, of course. Uncontrolled anger. And pag lumabas yung anger dun sa words natin, harshness. Yung mga medyo masakit, matalim magsalita. Too much drama. Of course, ignorance. They don't know what they're doing. They're just speculating. Don't worry, hindi lang yun. Sa mga demoniac. Ang dami niyan. Yan yung mga demoniac qualities. The nature. May philosophy rin sila sa buhay. Sige, zoom in natin na konti. Ano yung philosophy nila sa buhay? Meron sila, talino rin yung ibang demon. Anong attitude nila? Demoniac qualities. The world is unreal with no God in control. Why? Diba? Ito yung thinking nila. After that, mapupunta sa nothingness. So they could do all the abominable things. They will do bad things. Taka sila sa law. Kasi after that, wala naman mangyayari. Diba? They want to promote this so they could do a lot of things. And sadly, matatalino rin sila. Sastra is scriptures. What were the Bhagavad Gita? Scriptures. Hindi lahat ng demons is foolish. Yung iba dun smart din. Pero demoniac lang. That's why this knowledge, pinapractice ng mga kings before. Ngayon, hindi na. Our leaders are not inclined to know this knowledge. Managers lang sila. There's a big difference between a manager and a leader. Of course, some other leaders ngayon are demoniac. Abusing. Just looking for money. Power. And my attitude, engagement, mentality nila, ganun din. Insatiable lust. And they have the conceit of pride and false prestige. Thinking that they're the controller. Diba? Akin ang tondo sa iyong Cavite. Diba? Parang sila may ari. Yeah. My enemies are defeated and I'm happy. Like really competition. Diba? A contest, not to serve. Nawala yung consciousness ng service. They go there to that position para pagsilbihan sila. Baliktad. So, it's a demoniac quality. Lahat nandito. May preaching din sila. Meron din silang propaganda. Hindi lang siya basta foolishness lang. So you can read all this for one to be able to not judge others or not studying this para tignan mo yung mga kapitbahay mo, yung mga leaders ng society mo, or punta ka sa City Hall, isa-isa mo yung org chart nila. Ito yung ng demon to, ito medyo divine. 50% divine. We have to see ourselves kung nasaan yung status natin, di ba? God created demons kasi gusto ng mga soul na maging demon sila. If you're in the human form, demonic qualities yung di-develop mo, then next life, punta ka dun sa demonic body. Demons. The reason is you desire. Dinesire mo pupunta dun. And again, yung discussion nga natin, this Kali Yuga, these demons, nasa loob din natin yan. That's the default. And what's the gate? Yung liturgy natin, gates of hell, lust, anger, and greed. You let this lust, anger, and greed flourish or cultivate in your heart. The demonic quality automatic will be there. And you'll be like a demon human. You could see, ang daming tao na gano'n. Parang teka lang, nag-iisip ba siya? May puso ba siya? Diba? They're actually personification of demons. Pero in humans, dami. You just watch around, diba? Diba? Like, forbidden na nga sa akin manood ng TV pag pinanood, parang grabe yung mundo, di ba? So that's the battle between divine nature and demonic nature. Hindi siya basta-basta makikita mo nag-war sila. No. Merong mini war na nangyari sa loob. It might be silent pero grabe yan. Diba? So anong score? Simula nung nag-start tayo 5 weeks ago. Diba? Ilang beses nanalo si divine nature mo sa sarili mo? Ilang beses nanalo si demon nature? 1-0. Diba? Tingnan natin, diba? So we see. Sige nga, mag-type ka nga kayo. Ilang percentage yung palagi panalo si demon nature? Ilang percentage panalo si divine nature? Sabihin mo, Rada Sharon, syempre, hindi kami proud. Humble kami, kaya sabihin ko palagi panalo si demon. So, tignan natin, gaano madalas mong pinapabayaan. Or worse, hindi mo alam. You're just living. 50-50. Safe na answer. 50-50. Di ba si Sofia ganun din? Same. Ganun talaga. We have to be aware na andyan yan. Wag mo tignan na you're special. Hindi, dito ako, there's a great chance, di ba? Try mo na kunyari feeling mo, alam mo yung mga feeling victim, di ba? Yung playing the role of a victim palagi. Hinaapi nila ako, di ba? Lagi nila ako pinagchismisan, di ba? Yung pinanganak kasi ako na ganito ako lumaki. Diba? I'm really sorry na pigdaanan natin yon. Diba? That's our karma. Ginawa natin previous life yon. Hindi natin gusto nangyari din sa atin yon. Wala may gusto. Pero if tatambayan natin yon, diba? Then we go to the role of just being a victim. It's either you'll be down, of course, or you'll just go for revenge. Diba? Galit ka na sa mga babae, or galit ka na sa mga lalaki, or galit ka na sa leaders, galit ka sa gobyerno, lahat galit ka na lang. Because of that. So we have to be aware kung ano yung tumatakbo sa consciousness natin. Ano yung nilalagay mo dito. Or pag may na-receive ka ng mga ng mga pangyayari sa buhay natin, how do you process it? Kasi it's either you're feeding the good dog or the bad dog. You're feeding your divine nature, or feeding your demon nature. Saan mo binibigay? So you have to be aware then. Kaya nga Krishna consciousness. You have to be conscious sa nangyayari sa'yo. Then you have to be Krishna conscious. When we are discussing this, it's much more than mindfulness. Mindfulness is, the senses, what's happening, diba? Be in the present. No, this is consciousness, Krishna consciousness. So we have to. If not, you're just like a robot. And ayun yung lamang ng tao sa mga animals, to have the self-realization. Yes, hirap magalit sa mundo na nakakapangit. Pwede, true, true. Diba? Alam mo yung feeling ko dati ng bata ako, lahat na matatanda is mature. And nagulat ako, hindi lahat. May mga masasungit na mga matatanda. And then, parang tao, ano kayo naging buhay niya nung dati, di ba? Kaya galit, tanda na siya, galit pa rin siya. Di ba? May ganun eh, di ba? Minsan di nalalayo eh. Minsan tita mo na lang din sila or kapitbahay mo lang. Naka-rollers, tapos naka-duster. Tapos ang dami sinasabi tuwing umaga. Diba? Wala, ano hindi totoo yung character na inimbento ko lang yun. Pero same, di ba? So yes, walang buhay. Walang quote buhay nun, bro, walang love. Lahat kinamuyan. Yes, we don't have to. We must develop this divine nature in ourselves without pride, with the help of others. Sabi nga, if you want to be humble, serve serve yung mga devotees na humble. Have their association. If you want to develop that divine qualities din sa sarili mo, serve and have the association of those devotees who have these qualities. If you want to be like a demon, associate ka lang sa mga demon, sa mga barkada. Soon enough, ganun ka na rin. Hindi mo kailangan mag-antay. That's the power of association. Like the sadhu sangha we're doing. Yan. So yes, I'm inviting everyone to open their cameras. Show me your divine nature or your demon nature. Picture muna tayo. Let's see. Ay, walang bucket hot si Milk ngayon. Nakita ko ulit sila. Yes, yes, yes. Hello. Hi, Grazel. Yan. Eyes in the camera, everyone. Before tayo mag-picture, tonight, meron tayong prasadam course. Prasadam class, cooking class ulit. Together with Kamala and Ananda. So, yeah. Pagalingan magluto. It's a contest. Count of 3, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Smile. One more. 1, 2, 3. So if you want to be part of that group chat ng Prasadam course, let me know. I can add you there. So updated tayo sa mga announcements. It doesn't have to be a chef, katulad ni Magoy, para makasali. Ang dami doon member na they even just started how to saing. How to saing, you know. Parang taga-BF lang ako. Sino taga-BF dito? Don't be mad. Lumaki ako sa South. Sa Paranaque rin ako. Sa multinational, saka sa BF. Yung mga tropa, ganun talaga sila magsalita. Mga chong dude. Anyway, yeah, yung sa Paranaque, sa Prasadam course, you don't have to be a chef para makasali, yes. But we could learn much more. And of course, not just how to cook, how to offer the food para maging spiritualized food sa Prasadam. Pinaka-active na group chat yun. And ngayon may mga projects sila. We've been doing food for life ever since. Distribution of prasadam everywhere. Even War. Marawi, pumunta kami ng Marawi. And ngayon, uso siya sa community pantry. Pero ginagawa na lang yun. They're distributing prasadam together with the community pantry. Yan, pasali sa GC. PM mo ako. Para hindi kita makakalimutan. So thank you very much, everyone. Please do take care. Be sensitive enough. Minsan yung mga kasama mo sa paligid mo, nasa demoniac nature sila. Huwag ka masyadong magalit. Huwag mo sabayan ng demoniac nature. Just be calm. Or make a way kung kaya mo with your influence for them to be able to develop yung divine nature nila. For us to be able to be steady, hindi tayo apektuhan ng mga energy sa ibang tao, their demoniac nature, and hindi rin mag-cultivate sa atin, we must do our sadhana. So, chant your rounds, read the books, and have this association. That's the start pa lang for us to develop our divine nature. And it's grabing worth nung practice na yon. And don't be hopeless then kapag 5 weeks na ako nagka-chant, walang nangyayari. Continuous process yan. It's not an instant thing. Thank you very much, and be Krishna conscious everywhere. Be a perfect example sa consciousness na to by the action. Not just by, paglabas mo rito, preacher ka na. We do it by our lifestyle. Thank you very much, Adam. Hare Krishna. Aika. Camille. Hare Krishna. Si Donna. Hare Krishna. Emma. Si Joanne. Hare Krishna. Joanne. Joyce. Hi. Yan. Bira makasama si Joyce natin pero active yan sa mga recordings natin. McCoy, Milk, Naomi, Norin, Princess, Mataji. Yan. JM, Sophia, si Josh, Hare Krishna, Oliver Prabhu, Paolo Prabhu, yan, mga musician natin. RJ, Hare Krishna, JP, Carla, and Alette. Thank you very much. If you have some questions, let's see. If you need to go, please do take care. And aabangan ko yung chat nyo. If either 108 or 216 or 324. Do the math. The assignment in universal form, can it be poem? Yes. Or pictures, yes. May nagpasa ka ng instrumental music. And arts. Marami gumawa ng arts. And meron tayong isang movie review pa forward ko. Hindi ko pa pinasa kasi yung iba hindi pa nakanood. Para hindi sila matambakan. So, encourage. Kumbaga, sabay-sabay tayo. Hilahan palapit kay Krishna. Hindi hilahan pababa. Or hindi competition. Prabhu, so inside us, we have Supreme Soul and a demon. No, tayo yung demon. It's either tayo, depende kung ano i-develop mo sa'yo. Divine nature or demoniac nature. The Supreme Soul is just there. Witnessing. Diba? Waiting for us. And if we're stepping forward to Him, and He will help us. But He will not touch our free will. Bakit? Pwede pagising mo, labo na si Krishna, mabait ka na. Pero hindi ginagawa ni Krishna yun. Kasi we have our own minute free will. Napakaliit lang tong free will na to. Bakit hindi niya gagalawin yun? Kasi there's no force in love. Payag ka, sabihin mo sa boyfriend mo, mag-I love you ka sa akin 3 times a day. Diba? Tapos magagalit kapag di nag-I love you. Diba? Tanong, love ka ba talaga niya? Or pinipilit mo lang siya? So, same yun. Si Krishna, it's not forcing us. May free will siya binibigay. But He's making a lot of facilities and arrangement para mas magising tayo dun sa real nature natin. Mix. Yes. Mix din. Pero your choice kung ano yung gusto mo i-develop. So, that will be paano magagawa yun? Yung mga little choices mo within the day. Are you gonna be always in the mode of ignorance? Your food na tapos yung association mo. Diba? And for us to be able to have that good choices, you start your day with your sadhana. Babalik ulit doon. Because that's the first step. Do your sadhana. The rest of the choices mo, and the rest of the consciousness mo, large percentage, pwede ka mapunta doon sa ma-develop yung divine nature. Nature ng soul natin. Which is, eto talaga yon. Of course, we are in this body, we're influenced by the energy ng material nature. The temptation, Maya is there. The urges, if your uncontrolled senses, andun din, diba? So it's not necessarily present in all of us. It's present in all of us. It's present. The demoniac nature. The divine and demoniac nature is present sa atin. Ang tanong lang, ano yung ilalabas mo? Or, parang yun sa meme, di ba? If you're that strong and you're that divine, even yung demon mo sa sarili mo, mag-chant na rin siya. But if not, he will win over. Pag di ka na nag-iisip, tas continuous mo lang ginagawa yung mga demoniac activities, di ba? That divine nature of yours is a subordinate. Boss niya yung si demon nature mo. Parang nakatali siya, pinosa siya ng divine, ng demon mo inside. So, same. Unless you are, kung natandaan niyo yung discussion natin, di ba sila conditioned soul, saka liberated soul. Infallible. If we are here, conditioned, so dalawa yan. Infallible, liberated sila. Divine talaga sila. Hindi sila yung mixture na may inner battle sila, no? Divine talaga sila. Nandito sila para i-save tayo. Para ibigay yung Krishna consciousness. In the form of them, the spiritual masters, the acharyas. Yes, sila yun. Either si Krishna pupunta rito sa material world, either siya mismo, or his incarnation, or papadala niya yung mga devotees niya, the liberated soul. And of course, nag-incarnate siya dito sa material world in forms of his books. Siya rin talaga to. So this, by the help of this, us, the conditioned soul, could be much more, could develop the divine qualities in us. Ang ganda lang ng Krishna consciousness doesn't force us to love Him. Yes, Krishna will not force you. Ang corny naman no pag pinorse mo isang tao, mahalin ka. Hindi siya love actually. From the word force, hindi siya love. Nakakatuwa yung mga stories about Him being so ecstatic sa love ng devotees niya. Yes, totoo. Different forms, love ni Arjuna sa kanya. Siya pa yung naging chariot driver, imagine. Ang dami. If after dito, we will have a class regarding Krishna's pastimes, yung mga life niya, stories niya. He kills demons, he have pastimes sa mga kalaro niya. And he wants that love ng devotees niya sa kanya. He dwells on it. Ayun yung meditation niya. Hindi siya nasa heaven, tas naglulutang-lutang lang siya doon. Or nag-judge lang siya sa mga tao. Nahin yung role niya. May ibang gumagawang demigods nun. Si Yamaraj. So, very detailed. With name. Diba? Sa scriptures, even yung hall ni Yamaraj, pagpunta mo sa hell, nakadescribe sa ano yon, sa scriptures, ano itsura ng hall na yon. Pampalipas oras. No, hindi pampalipas. The pastime is, alam mo namang hirap nung translation from Sanskrit to English, lalo na yung Filipino, mas limited yung translation natin. Kaya wala pa na mga translation ng Krishna Conscious book sa Filipino. Parang consciousness. Kamalayan. Okay. Ang hirap ng mga translation, di ba? So, pastime. Hindi siya pampalipas oras. Si Krishna walang magawa, kaya ginawa niya. He did this. Lila in translation yon, lila or katha. Yung mga stories niya. In English, pastimes. So, ayun yung hindi ako expert sa translation, pero I know yung English is one of the worst language. Diba? Subtle. Saan yung letter B? Sanskrit, yung Filipino nga mas near sa Sanskrit eh. Though, how they spell it, ayun yung pronunciation. Pero of course, yung translation ng mga meaning ng Filipino, medyo mahirap. So, like yung rasa, hindi talaga siya relationship lang eh. Diba? Ang dami niyang meaning. So yeah, I don't know bakit pampalipas oras, ay anong Tagalog ng pastimes in real meaning. Pero in Sanskrit, that's lila. Yung mga stories ni Krishna na ginagawa niya, not just in this world, in other places. Appear pa sa English is the one word. Totoo naman. Yeah. We have to just learn to speak this language kasi siya yung madaming yung magamit ngayon. Baka soon, Mandarin na, di ba? Pero ang hirap naman English. Yung English ng British English sa American English magkaiba. Same naman siya naman. Is the Filipino word katha similar to Sanskrit word katha? Ano ba yung meaning ng katha sa Filipino? Yung sa Sanskrit, it's like a relishable stories or life. Kaya Krishna katha, relishable life ni Krishna. May katha din sa Filipino language, diba? Yung iba pareho, like mukha, illusion, katang isip. Hindi. Yung illusion is maya. Tama, katang isip, created lang. So, magkaiba ng meaning. Maya, like yung maya, bird dito, ibon yung pambasang ibon. Pero yung iba pareho, like guru. Diba? Same as guru ng Filipino, teacher. Yung mukha is face. Pero yung kata, iba. Pero mas clear nga. Dukha is sukha dukha. Dukha is suffering. So, parang pareho, mahirap ang dukha, di ba? Sukha is happiness. Napaka-observant. Artist talaga ito sa mga. Observant mo sa mga sa Sanskrit. If you read, di ba sa Bhagavad Gita, try nyo, basahin nyo rin yung mga Sanskrit. Di ba minsan binabasa ko? You will see. So, yung loka, hindi yung crazy. ano yung planets yung loka, ibig sabihin nun. Galing talaga. Was this the root yung language na to. Tawag dito Devanagari. This is the words, the language of the gods, the demigods. So after that, alam natin to, we're eternally knowledgeable. What we are forgetting because we have this body. So pag bumalik ka na sa spiritual world, alam na yung mga language na yun. Devanagari. Bisayam or Bisaya. Yeah, Bisaya. Actually, in the history sa Mahabharat, part yung Philippines and other places. Actually, lahat to may Vedic traces. Diba? Singapore, punta mo sa Indonesia, diba? Sa atin lang sa Philippines was erased. Ang daming sumakop, nagtatabunan yung culture natin. Even sabi nga nila, pati yung tinikling saka yung ilaw na sumasayaw, diba? Those are from Diwali, yung offering ng lights kay Lord Ram. Yung mga historians, sa kanila ko na yan, pandanggo sa ilaw, parang ganon. Yeah. Cultural genocide. Yeah, nangyari yun. In the scriptures, daw to, like the Philippines, dito daw yung resting place ng mga demigods. Di ba? Ang ganda ng mga beach, ng mga nature, di ba? Pero of course, land of the witches din yung Pilipinas. Hanggang ngayon, may mga kukulam sa mga tawag doon? Mga babarang, and all. Very rich tayo sa culture na yun. Tapos barbaric tribes, eating dogs, they worship yung mga ninuno or ghosts. We have this barbaric side. But still, we have sana yung dati yung mga Vedic na culture, but it was erased. Nandun pa rin yung iba, mano, the other etiquettes, diba? Paggalang sa po and opo. Of course, yung iba nawala na. Habang nagiging westernized yung mga bansa, nawawala yung culture. We're copying the so-called powerful countries. Pero yung culture, which is very lost na. So yes, the way kapag nag-aaral tayo ng mga history, ng scriptures, we're studying the history as well. And you could see yung natures, divine nature and demoniac nature in others. Does it mean ginagawa ng bansang to is divine na yun? Diba? Kumakain sila ng fetus sa isang first world country. Maganda ba yun? Diba? It's not. It's happening. In the future, it will happen. Like the news before in Satyayuga. Kakain talaga sila ng cow. The mother cow, our mother cow. Tapos ngayon, it's normal. Diba? Ngayon, matugulat ka kumakain ng mga cannibals or kumakain ng fetus. Ginagawa ka nila yun. The internet is a dark place. You can search all this. Magigising ka na lang. Ganito na yung mundo. So, we all need divine qualities, divine practices. We all need divine leaders. And the way to change that is we change ourselves. That's the revolution of consciousness. So thank you very much. Please chant your rounds. I just have some other errands today kaya I need to leave early. So kita tayo later for our prasadam class. So we can sandwich our day spiritually. Thank you very much. Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Joanne, Oliver, Princess, RJ, JP, Aika, Josh, Carla, si Milk, si JM, si Alet, Sofia, Naomi, McCoy, Norin, and Paolo. I will reply sa mga messages nyo in a few. Pag medyo gabi na, medyo nahihirapan ako mag-reply. Pero yes, some of you who chose me to be the mentor, I give you my number if you needed me to contact me. Contact nyo lang ako. Sa PM kasi sa DM laging natatabunan. Hare Krishna. Thank you. I am so honored and humbled being with your presence. Bye.